Hi. I just wanted to come on and share a little bit of encouragement. Last night I went down a rabbit hole and I watched a bootleg of the revival of A Chorus Line. Um, and I remember when I saw it on Broadway, I had just booked Mermaid, and I remember I was sitting in the front row because I had gotten rush tickets, and my ex didn't want to go with me, so it was just me by myself, and I was just sobbing, sobbing, sobbing. And after revisiting that show and marveling at what we do as actors to keep working in this industry, to build a career, then I watched Every Little Step. And I was like, oh my gosh, the first time I saw it, I didn't know any of the people in this video, and now I call some of them friends. And just seeing the perseverance of us as show people, as actors, as people who put themselves out there time after time after time, I want us to remember that this too shall pass. Is it scary? Absolutely. Is it terrifying not to know when Broadway will be back up? Sure. But here's the thing. If you are somebody who has been blessed to go from show to show to show, God bless, but also welcome to the downtime. I want us to remember that we are actually really equipped for something like this pandemic and not knowing when the next job is coming in. Because there have been times where I've gone like a year and a half without doing a show, without booking any kind of acting gig. And you know what it is if you've been working professionally for a long time in the industry and your unemployment runs out. Like, you think you're going to make it, you're hoping to book that next job, and you get that notice that, oh, no more weeks left. So what do? I started cleaning apartments. I cleaned the apartments of my friends. I started nannying. I started teaching private voice. I did whatever I had to do until I booked the next gig. So all of that to say, like, yes, acknowledge the suckiness of it all, but also remember what we're made of. And especially for those who are Broadway folks, y'all, that's an accomplishment no one can take away from you. It doesn't matter if you only did one show, you did that. And that will never be taken away. And if you choose to step aside and explore other talents that you have, that's fine. It doesn't take a pandemic to do that. Some people do it normally. Like me moving to LA was part of that. Just seeing like, okay, what else do I want to do in this industry? Maybe I'll focus more on camera and voiceover and stuff like that. And again, it's not to diminish loss, because I don't want to do that. We have to feel what we're feeling. But I also want to encourage y'all, like, this is not new for us. Okay? So we can do this. We will pivot like we always do. We will make use of our other talents. And when the industry opens back up safely, we will be back to auditioning. I don't know. I wanted to just encourage my friends, my colleagues, but I also wanted to let my students know this is your future. This is your future. There are very few people who go from job to job without a break, without a period of time where they're not booking, and it's not for any discernible reason. This is your career. I remember Norm Lewis, when I was doing Mermaid, he told me, because I was asking for advice, it was my first big show, and he said, yeah, everybody should have a side job. Even Broadway names have side businesses. They make jewelry, they are realtors, they do master classes, so it's what we do. And we're going to get through this. We absolutely are. I want to continue to encourage you to Try and find the joy in having the experiences that we usually can't have because we're on a show schedule. You know, a lot of you have moved out to LA, and once it's safe to see you, I will see you. But enjoy this time, branch out, pick up those hobbies that you couldn't do before because you were in a show. You know, pick up those hobbies again. You know, I made notes because there were like a few things I wanted to make sure I said. You're still an artist, even if you're between gigs. And right now, we're between gigs. And actors are the only part of the industry where they keep having to prove themselves time and time and time again. So again, this isn't, if we can flip the perspective from that of incredible loss and try to turn that loss into something beautiful. You know, like how many of you have discovered a new talent or a new skill? How many of you, I've seen so many of my friends who are having babies now. That's amazing, because especially as an actress, if you're in a show, you usually want to time that stuff out. And now you've been able to grow your families. You've probably been able to date people who aren't in the business. Hello, that's amazing, because it's hard to do that on a show schedule. But the work still continues, even if you're not on stage. The work still continues. It's similar to social justice, right? And I'm so proud of our community for calling out the things that we want to see change in our industry. And I think without the pandemic, I don't know if these things would have come to light. Everything is happening for this particular time because we can't look away. So what are we going to do about it? Sorry, I have all these notes and I just want to make sure that I covered everything. Here's a question. What if we're so used to defining ourselves by the show we're in that we don't know who we are without a show? What if this pandemic is teaching us that we are more than our careers? Yes, we're artists, but who else are we? What are the other parts of ourselves that we haven't nourished in years because we've been so busy working or trying to get that next gig? Who are we when we're not working? I think that's been a beautiful and uncomfortable part of this year. And what if our ease with accessing our emotions is helping us process everything that's happening? Like, I mean, I have to be honest, from these videos, one, I never thought I'd be doing these videos, but two, I've had so many people that are reaching out to my sister or my mom, and they're like worried about me. And I'm like, there's no need to worry. I'm an actress. I access my emotions easily, and I'm comfortable showing emotion. And I'm not going to hide what I'm feeling. And I have for way too long. And I think that in seeing these responses of fear to the things I'm saying, to the emotion I'm saying, it points out more about our society than it does about me. What is it about showing emotion that makes people uncomfortable? We should be enraged. We should be discouraged. We should be heartbroken over what's happening. So please, y'all, please, I love your concern, but also a lot of you I have not had a conversation with since high school. I'm good. Everything I share, if I have something that I feel really passionate about, I will take notes like I did, and I'll sit on it for a while. And if I wake up the next day and I'm like, yeah, I need to share this message, then I do. I never share something that I haven't fully dealt with, except for the day that the Breonna Taylor verdict was announced. That was the only time that I just went raw with my feelings. But I wonder if we were more open and honest about our feelings, if we would be able to fix the things that are so broken instead of trying to cover it up and make it look like everything's okay. What if 2020 is calling you to be fully authentic? You know, I mean, use your gifts. You know, what if your ability to show emotion is going to be that thing? What if your ability to be honest, like fully honest, is going to be the thing that plants the seed in your racist cousin, uncle, coworker, that gets them to think differently? I'm just saying, like 2020 was very challenging, but it wasn't a complete dumpster fire because there was beauty that's coming out of these ashes. And yeah, let's make something beautiful out of the mess, y'all. We've we've gone through it, and we're almost at the finish line of this year, but the work continues. Joe Biden is not Jesus. He is not our savior. We still have to fix the things that were pointed out, okay? So I am going to get back on those videos, but I just wanted to send some love. And also, everybody, please watch Every Little Step. It's on Amazon. I think Jason Tam's monologue, oh my gosh, it's life-changing. Okay, I have to go to a rehearsal for a reading because the work continues, but hang in there, y'all. Hang in there. Okay.